Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today as we continue on our journey together. This past weekend, we talked about God's reward. And the truth is that when we trust and obey Him, He is able to do abundantly beyond anything we could ask or imagine. If you remember, I opened with that funny story about little Johnny and his toothbrush business. He thought differently. Come on, if you remember the story, he took a risk and the reward was bigger than anybody had expected. And that's a great picture of how God works with us. Now, His reward isn't always about money. His reward, sometimes it's His presence, His provision, the joy of watching other people's lives change because of our obedience. So let's pause here for a second, okay? I'm gonna ask your group host to literally grab the remote right now. Grab the remote, get ready to pause this lesson for just a moment, and in your group, I want you to talk about this question right now, okay? Here's the question. Where have you seen God reward obedience in your own life? Maybe in a way that completely surprised you, okay? Let's ask this question together. Go around the room real quick. Small group leader, go ahead and pause and let's talk about it. Man, it's always a great exercise to remind yourself about what God's already done. God sees the sacrifice in our lives. Do you remember the widow in Mark chapter 12, the one that gave the 2 small coins? Everybody else overlooked her, but Jesus saw her sacrifice and He said she gave more than all the wealthy donors. It reminds me that it's not the size of the gift, it's the size of the sacrifice that moves God's heart. Here's the next question I want you to ask. Hosts, get ready to pause me again. Here's the next question. Why do you think God values sacrifice over amount? Okay? How does that thought challenge the way we usually think about giving? Go ahead, press pause, and let's discuss it together. The next thing that we know is that obedience unlocks provision. We also looked at the widow in 1 Kings 17. She thought that she was making her last meal and then she was going to die. But because she obeyed God's instruction in her life, you know the story, the jar of flour and the jug of oil never ran dry. God wasn't trying to take something from her. He was trying to get something to her. Okay, last pause. Get ready to pause me again. I want you to talk about this. Share about a time when stepping out in faith felt risky, but God provided and showed up in a way that you could have never planned. Okay? Go ahead and pause the video, talk about it together in a group. I've walked thousands of people through moments like this over the years. And what I've learned is that there's really 3 different levels of giving when you come to moments like this. Level number 1, what can I afford? That's like your availability giving. Number 2, what can I sacrifice? That means, okay, I got to give something up in order to give more. And then number 3, what can I trust God to do through me? This level 3 giving is the faith giving level. And here's a question. Which one of those levels do you feel God calling you towards in this next season? What would trusting Him at that new level look like for you? I want you to remember something. The enemy's a liar. That's all he knows how to do. He will whisper to you that you're the only one struggling, but let me just tell you something. It's just not true. And your transparency can and will help somebody else in the group that you're in right now. I want you to share your story, and I want you to share your thoughts about where you're at with this question. Coming this weekend is our miracle offering. And I want you to know this is not about fundraising. It's about faith raising. We are praying and we're believing for the largest miracle offering in the history of our church this Sunday morning. We need $2 million before we can break ground. So the building will come at the pace of our generosity. Your obedience, no matter the size, can unlock somebody else's miracle tomorrow. So let's come ready this weekend. Let's come ready to invest this next week. Before you wrap up in your group, take another moment, maybe to pray silently or maybe to pray together, and simply ask this question: God, what can you do through me? And then listen for his voice, because he will speak. And I want you to know that God sees you. He knows your needs before you even ask him. He is faithful to reward obedience with his presence and his provision. So let's keep our hearts open, let's keep our hands open, and let's believe together for a miracle that will impact generations to come. Thanks for letting me share this moment with you. Enjoy the rest of your group time together.